y'all, it's Ilana and welcome back to my channel. So it is that time of the year where we talk about my vision board, and so this past year was 2023. We're going into 2024, so you will see me complete my 2024 vision board. But first, we need to talk about my 2023 vision board because, well, it was probably my most disappointing vision board yet. A big flop, and we're gonna talk about it, so let's get into it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my content for 2024. So this was my 2023 vision board. It is enormous. I like that it's enormous because my next one will be the same size just because I have more room for pictures. But anyways, let's go over everything and talk about what manifested and what didn't manifest, because there was a lot of things that did not manifest. I apologize for this glare, but these two things represent going to Australia and New Zealand, and unfortunately, that did not happen this year. I really wanted to go to Australia and New Zealand back in the fall, and just given my situation where I lost my job, I wasn't able to afford that. But I will say, I did get to go out of the country this year. And it was to countries that I did not have on my 2023 bingo card. So after I had gotten laid off from Amazon, I was still on their payroll for 60 days, so I was getting all of this free money, and I said, okay, well, I'm gonna take a trip. So I went to Dubai, I went to Israel, and I even had a 24-hour layover in Istanbul, Turkey. I got to go to 3 countries in the beginning of this year, so you know what? It kind of makes up for not being able to go to Australia and New Zealand, so we'll see if I can maybe do that in the next 2 years or so once I am employed again. But that takes care of that. So this one was about vibing and thriving. I want to say this was like hit or miss for me. There were some times where I was vibing and thriving. I felt like I was kind of thriving more in the beginning of the year until I lost my job and I was traveling and I had free money coming to me, and then I want to say from like April to July, I was not vibing and thriving. I was miserable, I was not making a lot of money, and then I started school, and I will say my mood started to elevate better. It was nice to start getting out of my apartment at least twice a week. I'm learning new things. I'm starting a new career path, which was, again, something I didn't have on my 2023 bingo card. I want to say it was kind of hit or miss with this one. So this was about getting back into the gym. I did Pilates twice this year. I did some of it over the summer, but that's as far as my working out went. So you can see that I didn't really hold myself accountable to this one. Everything works in my favor. I kind of felt like that didn't really happen for a good chunk of this year. Now, on a more positive note, I do think that me switching careers to become a hairstylist was a really good choice. And I do think that that has worked out well for me so far. I really do enjoy school. I'm having a blast, and it is making me feel very good about my decision to go into this. I want to say in the beginning of this year, this wasn't manifesting, but I feel like I'm starting to see this kind of manifest a little bit more. I can say that, you know, this was a solid one. So this next one says, due to personal reasons, I'm gonna keep getting hotter, smarter, and more committed to inner peace and happiness than ever before. Despite the whirlwind and the emotional roller coaster I've had this year, I do want to say that's true. I do feel like I've gotten hotter and smarter and more committed to my inner peace this year. I have been taking a lot of good medicine that has really been helping me with my mental health, which has been very important to me. So I do want to say that I was able to manifest that into 2023 despite all the bullshit that I went through. Fall in love with healing yourself. Again, I do think this one manifested out. I was able to really find better peace at myself and being able to be a lot more resilient to being really broke throughout this year and just not having a job, because that really does put a damper on things. And I have learned what I need to heal and to be better. And I will say my mood has definitely improved the most towards the end of this year. And that is something that I'm really proud of. A new era of me. I want to say this kind of manifested, and this kind of manifested more in terms of my sense of style. I mean, last year I started to really clean out my wardrobe. I really wanted to be more particular about what clothes I was wearing. And this year I narrowed it down to the color palette of what I wanted to wear. and that I realized that I am more of an alternative, edgy gal, and so I really wanted my clothes to reflect that. I have donated and gotten rid of so many clothes this year, and I have really built out my wardrobe more, and I just feel like this new era of me, where I have like some gothic elements about me now, but I'm not goth. I feel like that is what really suits me the best, and I'm really happy about that. Holy shit, she did. She did what? I can't even remember what happened here. I think this was about like trying to manifest everything I wanted. I mean, she did some of it. I'll say holy shit, she did something. Spend time with people who are good for your mental health. Yeah, that still happened. I was able to definitely have great friendships this year and hang out with people who were good for my mental health. So yeah, I'll say that one manifested out. And then this one, what is coming is better than what is gone. You know, when I put this on my vision board last year, I didn't really know what to really expect from this, but I feel like this was kind of in terms of my career change that I didn't know was gonna happen this year. I do feel like what is coming better than what is gone. So being a recruiter for me is now a thing of the past, and I'm on my way to becoming a hairstylist. So now we're gonna go on to some things that were the flops, because there was quite a bit of them. Watch me manifest everything I want. That did not happen, and we're gonna get into that now. So this was about hiring a podcast assistant, and let's just say that did not happen this year. In fact, I actually winded down my podcast, Shamelessly Unapologetic, back in September because I felt like I was getting really burnt out. I felt like podcasting wasn't really the right thing for me. I'm better as a YouTuber. I just realized that after I was no longer employed, I didn't have the means to fund an assistant. Now, if I did have an assistant, if I was able to make this happen, then maybe I could have still had my podcast. But doing everything on my own with no help, I had to edit all the episodes, I had to do all of the scheduling of the Instagram posts and all that content creation for it. And there was just so much work, and I couldn't handle all of it on top of the other things that I had going on in my life. That was a chapter that I had to close, and I'm really sad about it. But it's for the best, and who knows, maybe later on I could pick up another podcast again, but I don't want to do that unless if I have help next time. So this was about becoming a voice actor. That did not happen at all this year. Now, that being said, at some point in my life, I absolutely do want to pick this up. I would absolutely love to voice a cartoon character, especially on like a Disney Channel or Nickelodeon show. That would be so freaking cool. Or even just something like a small project. Like, it is something that I still want to do, but it was just not realistic going forward this year, and I'm really sad that I couldn't make this realistic. But this is something that I don't want to give up on. It's just something that's gonna have to be put on the back burner for a while, because right now my career path is focusing on getting through school and getting my license to become a hairdresser, and maybe as like a side gig I can still do this, but 2023 was just not the year for it. So the next thing was reaching 3,000 subscribers. That didn't happen. But I will say we did hit over 2,000 subscribers this year, which I'm really thankful for. And I'm a little over 2,200 now. Spoiler alert, I am gonna put this again on my 2024 vision board because 3,000 subscribers needs to happen, and I do think this is more realistic and doable for 2024. So as long as I can get 800 more subscribers in 2024, I think we're good. And I have always seen like a lot of great growth every year since I had reached 1,000 subscribers 2 years ago. So I do think that this was unrealistic for me to put on this year, but I wanted to try. I really did. So this right here, top secret. I kept talking about this top secret project that I would tease a little bit throughout the year, and this did not manifest. So I'm just gonna tell you what it is because I'm no longer working on it, but I had wanted to create an ebook about San Francisco, and I had made 50 pages of it so far, and it was going to be this huge, aesthetically pleasing, really informative, modern, up-to-date guide, and I lost motivation, and I didn't feel as inspired and excited about it anymore. It's still on my computer, like maybe one day I will have the motivation to complete it, but it was just something that I kind of lost interest in over time, and I'm really disappointed in myself about that one. You know what? It's okay. I don't need to be writing an ebook. I really don't. debt-free. Yeah, that didn't happen. This was about money and just becoming more financial successful and more free. Again, that didn't happen. I was pretty fucking broke throughout this year. This next one says, I am creating the life of my dreams. I want to say this was kind of like an in-between. I felt like there were a lot of things that I really was trying to dream of here, and I didn't get to create that, but being able to realize that going into cosmetology school was gonna be a new path for me, I feel like I was kind of able to do a 180 with this. So you know what? I'm gonna say I did manifest this. So this says 11/11. You are going to be living your dream soon and will seem so surreal how perfectly it all came together. Yeah, that didn't happen. I think this would have been better for 2024. But I do love angel numbers. I have gotten to learn more about angel numbers this year, and that was another reason as to why I put this on my vision board. So we'll say yes and no to this one. But I just feel like I didn't get to accomplish a lot of the things that I really wanted to this year. And then this last one was get shit done. I don't even really know what I meant by this a year ago, but I will say I didn't get a lot of the things done that I really wanted to manifest, and I will say I am disappointed, but here's the thing. I didn't realize how unrealistic some of these things were gonna end up being for me. And I didn't know that they were gonna be unrealistic until pretty much after I had lost my job, because a lot of those things were gonna require an investment financially for me. I personally feel disappointed in myself with how I didn't really hold myself accountable with this vision board. Now, I will say it wasn't a total flop, but this is definitely the floppiest of the vision boards that I've ever created. I'm excited to make my 2024 vision board because I think it's gonna be much more realistic, and I'm excited to show you everything that I'm gonna put on it. So let's go ahead and make my vision board. So every vision board, I always have a printout of the year with a picture, but I completely forgot to print mine out. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna draw it on to my vision board. So that's what it ended up looking like. Not the greatest, but still looks really nice. And then the next thing that I needed to do was to smoke cleanse my vision board to bring in good energy. So here I am using my Call Money incense to clean that so I can manifest good fortune and abundance. And then the other incense that I used was karma incense to bless my vision board with good karma to really help with those manifestations for this upcoming year. Let's get into the good stuff. So the first one is pay that shit off. Because I know I will finally have a job at the end of this year, we will be paying lots of debt off because I'm very confident in how much money I'm going to be making as a stylist. So this is something that I will really be holding myself accountable and also really be watching my money and setting budgets for myself, which I've never really been good with. So this is something that you will absolutely see me do, paying off some student loans, paying off some other things and credit cards. I will be much more financially free this year, or this upcoming year, I should say. So yes, we are paying that shit off and getting my life back together in terms of finances. So for this one, it says, too pretty to be treated like some lame ass bitch. I feel like this can really apply to dating, even though I haven't dated in like 2 years, but this is just a good reminder to not let anyone continue to walk all over me, and to continue to know my worth, and to just not let anyone treat me like some lame ass bitch. So yeah, don't treat me like a lame ass bitch. It's not allowed. For the next picture, it says, don't spend another year doing the same shit. So that means no more being irresponsible with my money, no more burnout, no more not manifesting the things that I want. Just no repetitive, terrible, bad behaviors and patterns. We are leaving all of those bad behaviors and patterns in 2023. I am holding myself accountable to this one. I think this one's quite obvious. I love this. I feel really inspired by it. The next thing that I am inspired by, which represents long, beautifully vivid colored hair. So I want to be a hairstylist that specializes in vivids and fashion colors and hair extensions. And I felt like this picture accurately represents that. So she's got long hair and it's purple and pink. That's basically the kind of work that I want to be doing. And I feel like this will absolutely happen. I have a game plan. There are so many great opportunities in Portland for that. So I'm not too worried about this one, but this will obviously be happening towards the end of 2024. Next up is this. Current 5, working for the lifestyle I promised myself. Because I felt like I really let myself down in 2023 and didn't really make promises to a lot of things I wanted to hold for myself, I'm going to make sure that this happens this year where I'm doing the opposite and I actually do promise myself the life that I really wanted and strived for that I couldn't strive for in 2023. So I am really holding myself accountable for this, and I'm very confident that this one's gonna happen. But again, I see this happening more towards the end of this year because I gotta finish school and I am set to graduate at the end of July. So that one's gonna take some time, but I know it's gonna happen. Moving on, I have this one that says, I attract wealth, I attract money, I attract security, I attract stability, I attract generosity, and I attract gratitude. All great things to have. So this is clearly about manifesting lots of abundance, staying grateful for what I have this year, feeling more stable and secure with myself, because I sure as hell haven't known what that has been like since, well, never. So that is going to be happening this year. It's going to be a great goal to work towards. And again, probably going to be seeing this towards the end of the year. So because my camera died after this, I decided to have everything else pre-cut up. So this says, a little progress each day adds up to big results. So this is clearly about school and to constantly keep practicing and bettering my skills. I have felt a lot more confident about my hair cutting skills. I feel like I am getting quicker with them, which is great, and I'm getting more precise with my cutting. And now because I'm in a coloring phase, this is obviously going to apply to color. And so once I hit salon life soon, this is just going to continue to build up more. So this is kind of obvious. I took the exam and passed. So this is regarding my hair license. So passing my license on the first try, or my hair license exam on the first try. Y'all knew what I meant. Very excited about that. We'll most likely take that first week of August. They say to do it immediately after you graduate, so you bet your ass I will be doing that and passing on the first try. Next up, this says, the new job is coming. It's coming, Ilana. It's coming. I promise. It won't happen till the end of this year, but I promise you will finally get employed again. I am so excited for myself. So the new job is coming, but I know it's gonna happen until towards the fall. I just really like this one. I can afford any clothes I desire. So that can mean splurging on some more expensive brands this coming year would be really nice. I'm still building out my wardrobe after changing things out. I mean, I have a good base now, but I just know with my body always changing due to gastroparesis, sizes will change, clothes will come and go in terms of sizing. So being able to consistently build out a good wardrobe and being able to afford any clothes I desire, it's coming. Next up, we have sponsorships. So for this one, I wanna pitch to more brands this year and to get some more sponsorships on my YouTube channel. I've always been so picky about sponsorships. I do like maybe once or twice a year. So I want more sponsorships to kind of help me get by through school, but also still maintaining the integrity of my morals and not just taking sponsorships just for money, but for things that I actually believe in and make myself proud. Obviously, I didn't make myself as proud as I wanted to this year, so that is going to be so important, which I really envision for myself this year. I think I'm going to really make myself proud this year. This next picture says, it's your year. This is to remind myself that 2024 is going to be my year. It's a year of redemption. It's a year that I get to reset myself. I can't fucking wait. I am so confident in this one. This one's really important. It says scholarship. So that is to win at least one scholarship in 2024 to really help me fund school. I haven't been really successful with winning any scholarships this year, so I'm hoping 2024 will be the year where I get at least one scholarship. And I definitely think that is possible. I'm being realistic and just saying one I will be extremely grateful for. So that is something that is going to happen, and so I will really be hustling out those applications in the beginning of this year. As mentioned earlier, I said we're going to hit 3,000 subscribers this year. It's going to happen. I am not giving up on it. I think this is much more realistic this time around, so I am not increasing it. We're sticking to 3,000 again, and I am holding myself accountable, which means bust out lots of good content this year. This next picture represents passports. So I hope to go out of the country again this year. I'm thinking either doing this during my summer break that I have from school or doing it until after I graduate and do it as a graduation present and maybe even a celebration after getting my license. We'll see which one makes the most sense for me financially and where I am, but that is something I will be doing this year, is absolutely traveling. And speaking of that, I want to fly business class this year, so I have a voucher from my Dubai trip where I was supposed to fly business class last year and it got canceled. I couldn't attend my flight, so I got a voucher back. So I'm going to make sure wherever I'm going out of the country, I will be flying business class. It is going to happen. I've never done it and I am so excited for a really cool flight. I have a successful career. Damn straight I have a successful career. I really envision myself doing well as a stylist and what I want to specialize in, so fully confident in this one 100%. And finally, I now do work I love and I am well paid for it. After everything that I've put on this board, I think everything is going to work out and I can finally say this with full confidence. And boy, is that shit going to feel amazing. I am so excited, guys. I know a lot of this isn't going to happen towards the end of the year, but I am so excited. And that is my completed vision board. I did record an outro and then I realized my mic wasn't on, so we're just going to do this voiceover style. But let me know in the comments down below if you're making a vision board, what's going to be on it. And if you liked this video, do make sure you give it a thumbs up and I will see you in my first video of 2024. Bye!